Okay, guys, so my camera broke. I'm stuck with the webcam on my computer, so I made a whole new setup here, and I decided to just buy some cheap webcam off of Amazon that's going to be like attachable, and I could put it around. And I bought a cheap ass mic that might improve it a little bit. I don't want to buy another camera again. Anyway, it might make the whole process a little easier, so I don't have to keep recording and then putting it through an SD card. It'll all be done on the computer now, so that'll be it. Now, what is this video about tonight? I've been having a kind of a fucked up week. All right, I was kind of down with the summer cold, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty much over the hill now. Took some pretty strong NyQuil, whatever I got from the store, and it knocked me out big time yesterday. I was off yesterday, and I was fucking out of it totally. I was like on drugs, like having all these crazy dreams. Well, anyway, today was just a normal day at work, boring, blah blah blah. Tomorrow, June 24th, I'm going to the IMAX fan first screening of Supergirl. Now, I want to be honest about how I'm feeling right now, and it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm just a guy, you know. Now, in my last video, I said it's going to be epic. And I still feel that, but there's another part of me that is kind of worried about it. Now, I went a bit off tonight. I was feeling kind of like, ugh. And I don't know, for some reason, I put on Yellow Flash. I put on Nerdrotic. I was just kind of catching up on some of the dirty gossip, some of the crazy culture war bullshit that's going on with the Supergirl movie and all the James Gunn stuff, yada yada yada. And apparently, Angry Joe is fighting with Az heels versus Babyface over this. Now, I used to watch all these guys in the past, and as you know, I stopped for over a year. I don't know why I decided to just start watching it tonight. So, so, my voice is fucked up. Excuse me. But you know what? Like, they do have some points, but then, they have the same points that they've been saying for the past couple of years. And the one thing that I still don't like about them, it feels like if you don't have the same opinion as they do, or like you don't see what Yellow Flash and his group guys are saying, like Nerdrotic and all them, and and I mean, these are the same guys that were pushing uh, the Rippaverse. Now, I was one of those people that thought like, hey, maybe they're pushing this guy, might be independent, maybe this will be good, it'll push some competition, it might make things, flow a bit. And I bought the Rippaverse book like a moron when it first came out. And when I read that thing, I thought it was a piece of shit. Now, I didn't have a YouTube channel at the time. There's no way for me to prove what I really felt at the time to you, no digital footprint, whatever you want to call it. But I'm telling you, I bought that book and I didn't even bother to pre-order the second book. I didn't even bother to learn any more about what he was doing. And then through Ethan Van Sciver, which I know a lot of people don't like. I like Ethan Van Sciver. I haven't watched him either though for a long time. I haven't been watching a lot of this stuff. But Ethan Van Sciver, I thought, did a great job exposing the bullshit of the Rippaverse con job. I mean, that was a fucking con job. The guy's artist was using 3D assets all over the panels. He wasn't even really drawing real things. It wasn't real drawings. So Ethan Van Sciver did a great job. And I also, for the record, not that Ethan is ever watching this, but I know a lot of people talk shit about Ethan Van Sciver. I have both of his Cyber Frogs boxes, the first two volumes. I pre-ordered the third one a long time ago, a couple years ago, and I had it like waiting on pre-order for a long time. And then when I quit my job at Aldi, I got in touch with him. I said, "Look, man, I'm going to need that money back. I'm in a bad place right now. I can't afford this." And he refunded me, no problem. Now, I know a lot of people on there were complaining about it, but I think they were lying about it and all that. He gave me the refund. I got the refund in less than a week. So Ethan Van Sciver is a solid guy. I don't care what you guys say about him, how odd he might be. He gave us a lot of cool comics, and I think he was a cool dude. Now, what does this have to do with what Supergirl, about tomorrow? Everything. Everything. I'm hearing all this stuff about how the box office projections are even lower now. They're like under 40 million or something, 45 million, like way worse than how the original Superman did. And if you watch my videos from the past, you know I'm not really a guy that bases my taste off of a movie of how well it does in the box office. And I know mathematically that is very important. I'm not saying that's not important, you know? But for me, I could care less. I could care less because there's so many movies and things that I like that would be considered failures, would be considered financial, failures. But I love them. That's just how I feel. Like, do I really like it? Now, there's all this controversy about Millie Alcock. Such a strange, weird name. The way I don't know. I know she's English or whatever she is. But she's saying all this stupid shit because some gay guy was asking her questions like, is Supergirl gay? And she's like drunk. She's obviously drunk. Have you guys seen these videos of her in public? This girl is obviously a drinker or she's doing something because most of the time she looks fucking baked, okay? So yeah, she looks fucking baked. Now, does the stupid shit that Millie is saying to the public, does that affect how I'm going to feel about the movie? Uh, no, not really. I mean, maybe a little bit, because it just comes off like kind of daft. Like, it's not like interesting. It's like, okay, they're comparing her to the you saw there. They're comparing her to the actress who played Snow White, and I remember how arrogant she was, and we all remember how Brie Larson kind of acted when she played Captain Marvel, which was a trash movie, and not just for political reasons. I mean, Captain Marvel is just a bad, horrible, just shit movie all around. If you were like sent from another world and you didn't know anything about politics, left, right, bullshit, right? And you just watched Captain Marvel, it's a shit movie. I don't think you would like it from another dimension. It's boring, it's dumb, it's got no soul at all. Am I getting the vibes from this movie? No. I mean, like I said in my last video, which I should have copyrighted this, they put in Jason Momoa because he's the Daryl Dixon of DC. He's going to give them juice if he can. If he can. Is that because they probably felt that the Millie and this girl who plays Ruthie, who in the comic, Ruthie is absolutely atrociously boring. So did they put Lobo in here because they felt these two couldn't hold up an entire 1 hour and 38-minute film? I don't know. Now, if you know my channel or if you look back at it, I did an entire extensive critique on Tom King's Supergirl. And I still stand by my critiques of that book. Now, the reason why my last video, I'm more optimistic about the movie as a Superman guy who loves Superman and the family stuff. I figured it can't be exactly like the book. You can have a director. You can have a different writer. Now, they might take the same stuff, but they might have a few different looks, a few different things, aesthetics. So it might be a nice mixed bag of different things. But I am still a bit annoyed that out of all the things James Gunn had to pick, it was the Tom King Supergirl, which is the worst iteration of Supergirl that exists in all of her comics. Hey, Rosie. So, I mean, I got all of her runs, pretty much. From the Silver Age, from Peter David to Loeb, all those guys. So all the way up to Rebirth, okay? Now, you got a whole treasure trove, New 52, right? If you even want to talk about that. You got a whole treasure trove of Supergirl history. And the one you pick is the most recent iteration, and it's not even a series. It wasn't even an ongoing series. It was a mini-series of 8 issues by Tom King, who sucks. I still think he sucks. Now, you all know that I changed my mind about Superman, the movie, 2025, for my reasons. But I still have not changed my mind on Tom King as a writer. He's still terrible. I'm still reading the Wonder Woman books that he's working on, and it's still terrible. I mean, they got this guy on for, I think issue number 34 is coming out this month. It still sucks, right? Those of you, if anybody, is actually reading the Wonder Woman run, right? He completely glosses over the buildup of, I even forgot her fucking name. The evil Amazon that took over the world, and everybody is waiting for Wonder Woman to stop her, right? Like he completely glossed over that because he spent like 7 or 8 issues on Mouseman's bullshit, and it was horrible, right? I could go on about Tom King, and that is one subject I will not change my mind on. Now I see all of these posers, right? Whether they're on the left or the right. But to be honest with you, even though I don't identify with either, the ones on the right have more valid points than the ones on the left. And why do I say that? Well, for instance, the ones on the left obviously have not read any of the comics. The ones on the right, I would say most of them have. Because when you listen to the people on the left, they're talking about this movie and they're talking about her character like this is just some avant-garde movie, some indie film, and it's like based off of just one novel, right? Like, and they're making it like this is Supergirl, like she's this. I even saw a Twitter thing on here that said an industrial rebel punk rocker. Like, what? What? Dude, what? Like, whenever I think of Supergirl, I never think of that. I mean, I know people criticize Superman 2025 when he's like, well, maybe caring and being compassionate about everything, maybe that's the real punk rock. You know, like, I remember people making fun of that, and I thought it was kind of corny too, but it did kind of grow on me. But Superman wasn't acting like a punk rock asshole, right? Like, he liked the Mighty Crab Joys when he was young in the movie. So, like, you know, it's just a joke. I didn't take it that seriously. I thought it was kind of funny, and I thought it was a great excuse for... I mean, say what you want about James Gunn, but he picks some fucking great songs from Peacemaker, Superman, Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think he's got a great taste in, you know, what would... I hear all the old music all the time on the radio, cliche stuff that bores the fuck out of me. But every song that Gunn picks in his movies, like it works for me. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's good, right? So, okay, look, yes, we're going for a different look with Supergirl on this. They're going for this. Now everybody is comparing it to Mad Max Furiosa, whatever. I didn't even watch that. It looked bad. They're saying all this stuff about it, right? So all these people on the left are saying she's one way. The people on the right are saying she's another way. Supergirl was never a lesbian in the mainline stuff, right? Maybe in the Peter David run, they kind of like had her before she met. What's the name of that character? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just having a mind blank. You know the unicorn she has? Well, it changes. It's a shapeshifter in the Peter David run, and before it reveals itself as the unicorn, uh, it's acting like it was one of her friend's ex-girlfriends, and she's got like a thing for Supergirl. But Supergirl like even says at one point like I'm not lesbian. I don't go that way. Like, sorry, I'm flattered, but I'm not for that, you know. And then it reveals itself as the unicorn character that looks like a half man, half unicorn, and then it's like a whole thing they got going. You know what I'm saying? So like Peter David did some strange stuff in his run, but she was never like because she even rejected the lesbian like flat out in that run. So she wasn't like what they're saying here that she could go both ways. Like no, maybe there's some Elseworld bullshit they made up, but from what I'm aware of, all the main stuff that I've read, pretty much, it hasn't been that way. And secondly, this industrial, what is it? What does that even mean? In I saw the word industrial rebel punk rocker. What do you mean industrial? I don't understand what you mean by that. I'm completely lost. Like that, like I don't think that at all. At all. Like I I think of her as the equivalent of him, right? Like maybe and even a little more playful, more funny, and more like a spry than Superman. Like Superman, you know what's a great movie actually? That's a good example of this. Uh, Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. It was a 2010 animated movie, and it's literally about like where Supergirl comes, Darkseid turns her evil and all that. And I thought that was a great movie. It's still a great movie. Really good animations, really good voice acting. Like it's so good actually. 15 years ago, 16 years ago now. And I think the way they animated her was like very accurate to how I think of her in the comics. Like there's this last scene where she finally puts on the suit, the Supergirl suit, right? And Superman is flying in a straight line, and she's like flying like around him, like doing loop de loops and like being all playful and stuff and fucking around. Like she's like the equivalent of him because she does good and she's good, but she's like a little more like fun, like so she brings a nice little twist to it. And Superman could be fun sometimes, but he's more of a straight like to the point. You know what I'm saying? So like this, look, even though I'm looking forward to seeing the movie tomorrow, I am still a bit iffy about it because watching this stuff from these guys made me think of my critiques on the Tom King book that I still hate. I think the book is absolutely atrocious, and I don't know. We'll see. Like if the director who made the movie could, put his own taste, his own flavor on it, and they have some good music and the action scenes are good. I think it could be good. I'll let you guys know. Not the day of, maybe the next day or the day after. I'll tell you guys my genuine reaction as a super fan, what I think of the movie. But are these criticisms genuine? Not all of them. A lot of the woke stuff they complain about, like this is woke, that's woke. It's like overdone. But then the people on the left are annoying too because the people on the left are like, well, none of that exists and all your criticisms are completely invalid. I don't see anything of what you're talking about. It's like, no, some of their points are true. Not all, but some, right? And then the people on the left again, like they claim that they're these fans, but it's like, did you even read the old runs? Did you read anything? I never see them able to like say anything about the old runs. Like they're just able to go as deep as the most recent Tom King iteration of Supergirl. It's like that's not the only one that exists. Like even if you said you read like the Rebirth run or the New 52 run, I'd be like, okay, at least you read some stuff. But it seems like most people only read the Tom King miniseries, which is trash. It's trash. You want an interesting run? Peter David. Peter David. Like that's kind of it's dark and gritty and cool. It's not too lighthearted. Or even the Sophie Campbell one is good. Like if you do want to see something new, I do like that one too. But that's still new. That's like 12 issues in. I didn't read 13 and 14 yet. They didn't come in the mail. I'm waiting for those still waiting for those. But yeah, like what do you guys think? Like do you think the people on the right have some points about, the woke stuff? And do you think the people on the left have some of their points saying that, it's overdone? But I'm kind of lost here because this is what happened to me before I watched Superman 2025. I was down on it. I had all these opinions, and I love the movie now, right? So I'm going in like, oh, am I hyping this movie and am I gonna hate it? Because I'm just excited for it. and I'm just assuming I'm going to enjoy it as much as I enjoy this now. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy the psych games I'm playing with myself over this. Um, and it's not even that big a deal. It's not even that big a deal. And you know what? Uh, shit. I'll just let you guys know what I think about it as best as I can. I'm gonna see it fan first, June 24th. I mean, it's not like I'm some critic. These guys already saw it a week ago, you know. But I booked these tickets on June 1st to go see it in IMAX. So I mean, at least the experience will be fun. It'll be cool to see Jason Momoa. I think it'll be cool to see Supergirl. You know, but you know what's funny too? Millie, the actress, doesn't even look like how she's acting in the movie. Like, she looks like a total drunk person. Like every time I see her in real life, like her eyes and her like the way she smiles, like she looks infinitely drunk. Am I crazy for thinking that? She looks drunk all the time. And no, I'm not putting it up. I just got the yellow flash video playing in the background because I'm just saying that's what I was watching about all this. But like she seems kind of fun in real life. And to be honest with you, the political stuff that she did say that I saw, the videos of it, like it didn't bother me as much. And here's why. Because like she didn't say it with like such an arrogant way and like kind of a bitchy way. I mean, maybe there were other videos where she did, but the videos that I saw, like I'm like she's fucking drunk or something, and these people ask her these stupid fucking questions. Like obviously these guys asking questions like is is Supergirl gay? Obviously you don't actually give a fuck about nerdy shit. Like if I had the opportunity to be there, like I would be like, are you going to be in the Man of Tomorrow movie? What are you looking forward to what Supergirl is going to do in the next Superman movie? Or is there going to be super like I would be asking like nerdy fucking questions, right? Obviously these guys asking the questions don't read comics. They're not nerds, right? They're just like probably these like gay guys or whatever, these metro gay dudes who get these positions because they're so flamboyant and everybody thinks they're so fun, whatever. You know, so like asking her that, and she's just like, she's like drunk, like I think she could go both ways. Like, like it's like not even offensive. It's kind of just like, damn, like, dude, she is, she's on something, you know. So I don't even take it that seriously. Like it's not like the Snow White actress they show where she's like, you know, this isn't the 20th century. Women don't need men anymore. You know, you guys are useless. We don't need you anymore. We could just make babies, so we could just take our hairs out of our arms and you know, itch our armpits twice, sniff it, take a shit on it, and we can make babies. We don't need men any. You know, like she was a total asshole about it. You know, like I even saw like she's kind of a bitch. You know, but Millie kind of just looks like, you know, she just got up because she had a whole fucking night and she's like having a hangover, and she's not even trying to hide it. She's like you see it, right? You see how drunk she looks. Maybe she's getting too into this drunk Kara character. I don't know. But yeah, you know, this is just how I'm just thinking, man. I had to get this off my chest because it's bothering me and not bothering me. I don't fucking know. We will find out tomorrow. And any of you who are seeing it early like me, let me know in the comments and tell me what you're feeling about it, about all this culture war nonsense.